Welcome back to the Clappy and Frank Show, episode number 20. Today we have somebody with us who is a complete non-conformist. If you're used to regular people that say what you want to hear, we have with us today, the Honorable Mendel Gerlitsky, not Menachem Mendel, that's his father's Menachem, Nachum. We have Mendel Gerlitsky, grew up in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, who has a very colorful story. Me and Moshe are very close friends with him, and we always said we got to bring this guy onto the show.
We know each other from before you guys came famous.
Oh, we're not famous. Stop it. Anyways, we know each other our whole lives. I mean, I'm much older than him, and he's a real character.
Mendel, how many times have you been arrested?
Whoa, straight to the point. I always wanted to get arrested once in my life, and I told my friends, at least I got arrested for a cause and not for like a suspended license. That would be lame.
What did you get arrested for?
By the way, back to the starting point, I told Clappy and Frank, I've been telling you guys you have to make a podcast way before anything came famous. 2, 3, 4 years.
Really?
You said things.
I've been telling you guys to do this for a while. So I've been a big fan of yours before you guys went famous.
Right.
Today is Yud Shvat. For those that don't know, we're all three of us are Chabad. I don't know what gave it away. We're all Chabad. Today is a huge Yom Tif in the Chabad calendar. It's the day that the 6th Lubavitch Rebbe, who was the first Chabad Rebbe to come to America.
The undaunted one, the one you had Rabbi Eliezer on your show.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a moment. In 1940, the 6th Lubavitch Rebbe, Rabbi Joseph Isaac Yosef Yitzchak Schneerson Zatzal, came to America in 1940, and he passed away 10 years later, Yud Shvat, 1950. So basically, our Rebbe, the Lubavitch Rebbe, the 7th Lubavitch Rebbe, basically started his leadership. He didn't officially accept the leadership till a year later. But basically, when his father-in-law passed away, he basically was the one that became the Rebbe. So
Today's a sacred day in Lubavitch.
Very sacred, 2 days. The Rebbe is his father-in-law passing away, very sacred. And the day he basically...
Mandy, why is he not wearing kapot?
The day he became the Lubavitch Rebbe. So it fits to have with us today a strong Lubavitch chassid. Mendel is somebody that walks around everywhere he goes, bringing people to the Chabad way of life, the Lubavitch way of life, bringing people closer to Judaism. But he's very unique.
Interesting you bring up the Frierdiker Rebbe, because how I landed in Lubavitch is because the Frierdiker Rebbe, when he was expelled from Russia, opened the yeshiva in Warsaw, in Poland. My father's father, got recruited into the yeshiva, and that's my history, how I landed in Lubavitch, 1931.
Rabbi Gerlitsky from Montreal.
Very big icon in Montreal in general, in Canada, and in the Chabad community in Montreal.
Was he in China during the war? Was he one of the 10 Bachrim?
No, there was a lot more than 10 Bachrim. Sugihara, you can look it up on Wikipedia. He saved a lot of, in Vilna, he gave out visas to go to Shanghai or China. They were expelled. They went to Japan, they went to Shanghai, something like that. Anyways, the Jewish, we got into my grandfather. Thank you for bringing it up. So the Jewish Federation, it's an interesting story. Of Canada lobbied the government. They wanted to feel good that they're doing something about the Yidden in Europe being slaughtered.
The Jews being killed in Europe.
So the Jewish Federation of Canada wanted to feel good about themselves. They lobbied the government to do something, and they said, okay, take a bone, take 200 visas. And they gave it to the Yidden stuck in Shanghai. 9 of them went to the Lubavitch Yeshiva. They had a Lubavitch Yeshiva, about 40, 50 Bachrim. And the Frierdiker Rebbe chose which 9 should get them.
To go to Canada.
Yeah, and my grandfather was one of those 9.
So
my grandfather was in Shanghai from Sugihara for only like about half a year. Everybody else stayed behind till after the war was over. The story goes that they got the visas, and the next boat heading out to American shores was leaving in Aseret Yemei Tshuva. They would be crossing the date line in Kippur. They would have to fast 2 days. So people were saying, oh, maybe take the next boat. The Frierdiker Rebbe sent a telegram, go on this boat right now. So all the Hasidic guys, not only Lubavitch, anybody who connected to the Hasidic Rebbe's went on the boat. The Chavetz Chaim's daughter was also one of them that had that Canadian visa, went on the boat. The boat took a detour. They only needed to fast 1 day. And right after that was Pearl Harbor, and it was the last boat to cross the Pacific Ocean till after the war. So anybody who didn't listen to Frierdiker Rebbe and they had their Canadian visas, but that and a token.
They were stuck in China for 5 years.
That and a token got them on the subway. Speaking about the subways, Mamdani was made to make it free, and it went up to $3. Remember, I took a video.
Can you tell us about how you got arrested and why?
Oh, okay. So now that I get my history a little about it.
How do you go into getting arrested? The reason why he was arrested was because of
Can you let him
strong political views that he grew up his whole life having, no?
The Frierdiker Rebbe was arrested like 10 times. Okay. He was a Rebbe that, for all his views, did not back down. and put him in jail, that so be it. The Frierdiker Rebbe said, would I choose to go to jail? No. But if it happened, I'm not giving away that schus. Actually, the rat, the Moser who testified in front of...
No names.
No names. I wasn't going to say a name either, even without you screaming. He's not worth a shout out on our show, on your show. The rat that went on the grand jury.
You back up. What happened? You got arrested.
1 second. The rat that went in front of the grand jury told a relative of mine, told my brother, the reason why I had made sure your brother was indicted because he opened his mouth. I went on a few shows and I made a few videos explaining what happened the day that you call it the tunnels, breaking the wall, expanding 770
The
episode.
tunnel.
I want to get into that whole story.
Okay.
But so I went out to try to clarify what happened because there was plenty of
Misinformation.
conspiracies and misinformation, b'yedim, b'leyedim. I felt that the right thing to do is at least say the real story. And the Chabad establishment, listen, I'm not going to be in denial that it was a very bad PR for Chabad, and the establishment felt that they needed to react and do something. So it's easier to get 9, 10, 15 Israeli-speaking Bachrim, I happen to be the only English-speaking guy there, indicted than to go after the corporate media's New York Times, New York Post, and say, why did you make up fake stories and
So what actually
defamation
happened?
against Lubavitch?
Right.
It is easier to go after 9 Bachrim, lobby the DA. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Oh, so what happened? So Baruch Hashem, I was indicted 3 months after the story in 770. Back and forth, the courts, a few hearings.
For doing what? No
trial. And Baruch Hashem, the DA gave us a plea bargain, conditions, $200 restitution to the show for the damage I caused, and 3-year warning not to do any excavations, demolitions, or renovations to 770. And it stays on the record as a disorderly behavior, which is not criminal. So, Baruch Hashem, I don't have a criminal record. What did I do?
Yeah.
So,
or what happened?
What happened? Let's go back a second.
Yeah,
770 Eastern Parkway. Now that I don't know why we're not going in order, jumping back and forth.
No, it's okay.
Go there. Okay, we're having an open conversation.
Yeah.
770 Eastern Parkway, headquarters of Lubavitch. It's, there's the show, and it is too small. It does not fit the crowd. Comes Knesset Shluchim, Lubavitch advertises. We have 5,000, 10,000 Shluchim taking a massive picture. Could they fit in that show? Under no means. So I don't know how that makes sense. You have to, I guess somebody from the establishment and from the corporate has to respond on that.
Heiche fensters.
Yeah, big, small, tall. But besides that, the Rebbe also wrote an essay called Kuntus Beis Rabbeinu Shebebavel. And in there it says clearly we have to make the show bigger. They own the properties next door all the way. They can make it a square block all the way till Union Street. The property was excavated. I don't know who was involved and who did it. The fact was there was an empty space. The people who don't want to see the show for their political reasons be expanded brought a cement truck to fill it up. Bachram saw there's an empty space, cement truck. This is our last chance. They broke the wall open. I came by an hour later to show support that I want the show to be expanded. I took a sledgehammer, banged the wall. They used that.
It was a ceremonial bang.
Yeah, but they used that as indicting me on a felony. I could have got 7 years in jail for damaging property. I don't know, whatever. Now, what should have been reported?
If you went to jail, do you think you would have been in the weight room the whole day?
Maybe, but what should have been reported
could have been not so bad.
What should have reported was that it was an illegal construction with no permits. Police came to shut it down. End of story. But that wouldn't be sensational to the media. So they decided to use stories as tunnels, kidnapping. I don't know
Hold on. I watched. There was hundreds of WhatsApp clips coming out. We're in 2025, 2026 now. The police came in very nicely. They asked all the Bachrim, just exit the hole there, whatever, and come out, and nobody will be arrested. The police were very professional. They came in with people from the community council, very professional. I don't want to get stopped and show in 2 days. You didn't give an honest interview. You let the guy sell us Bubba Mices. You're inhaling his crack. Listen, they came in and they asked the guys not to break the walls. They
came in after the wall was broken.
You don't use sledgehammers to break down walls of a shul. That's obvious.
Well, if
You're
you
not-
need to expand,
wait,
you have to.
But when they came,
you have to expand.
when they came inside, when the police came in, all they did was they said that every building in the world has an owner, or even if it's in court, there's a temporary custodian as an owner. The people in charge of the shul, congregation, Lubavitch, whatever, are asking that you all get out of this make-believe space that you dug. Get out, and that's it. And the Bachrim didn't want to leave. If they would have left, nobody would have been arrested. Yes or no?
First of all, they would have got arrested because they came to me and 9 other guys 3 months later.
Once you made it into a huge thing and they had to drag out 20 guys and they were fighting in disorderly conduct, when the police come and stop you, the second there's an altercation, they slap you. I got pulled over by a state trooper here. He was angry at me. Next thing I know, I got 7 tickets. I gave it to a lawyer, $500. The cop was probably so embarrassed. He dropped, I never showed up in court. He dropped everything. He gave me double parking. He pulled me over on the highway. I didn't move over all the way. He gave me
That's the time you were upstate driving on the left side of the road?
Hogging the left lane. I had to look up the penal code. Hogging left lane. Not stopping for emergency vehicles.
I remember
Failing
that story,
to adhere to an officer. The guy's wife burnt the dinner that night, and I got 7 tickets. I hired a lawyer, $500. I will say his name if he paid me, but he didn't pay me. He's a great lawyer. I got a letter in the mail. The whole thing is dismissed because the cop realized he's going to go to jail for this make-believe, non-existing story.
What's your point?
My point is that they fought back with the police. They made it into a whole deal. There was a few-hour standoff. They're dragging them out. Now that they're dragging you out of a tunnel, now it's disorderly conduct, obeying to fight laws, illegal. So what I'm saying is I'm giving you the microphone, but don't make it sound like they're so innocent.
I wasn't involved with any listening to police, and I didn't go inside that space called a tunnel. I couldn't even fit there if I wanted to.
You were not arrested that night?
No, I was indicted 3 months later. That's what I say. I called the guy a rat and a musser. I don't want to sound negative, but there's a difference between calling police at the heat of the moment or coming 3 months later and getting 10 guys indicted 3 months later. But that's I don't know anybody who would not call that.
Hold on a second. But I've been following what goes on in 770 the last 35 years. There's a lot of guys there that don't answer to anybody. You know, rowdy college students, whatever you want to call them. You know, they might have some fancy rabbinical visa, but there's rowdy students. They come here. They don't listen to the hanhah of the yeshiva. It's not Harvard, Princeton, you know, taking attendance, taking tests. I don't know what goes on in 770. It's not really my specialty. I mean, that's
why I'm here.
I'm a tenant in 770.
I'm meant to talk about 770.
I'm a tenant in 770. I rent the locker.
Yeah.
But, so I have my own little, yeah. But anyways, they don't really answer to anybody. They do what they want, when they want, how they want. So they probably realize they're breaking down walls. They're digging you illegally. And they're not going to come and...
Bob, do you want 770 to be expanded, yes or no?
First, I want.
Yes or no?
Of course, I want it to be expanded.
Okay.
It should
Has
be
it
like
been
every
expanded?
soccer.
Has it been expanded?
No, because of politics.
Continue talking.
Because of politics.
Okay, point being, I got your
what
point.
I'm saying is, from their point
I said
of view,
in the heat of the moment, if you called police, it would be talking. I don't know.
No,
if I
but
would
how
say
do
the
they
word
make
Masira.
sure it doesn't happen again? They need to show we mean business.
If you come 3 months later to indict in front of a grand jury, that's called Masira. 100% in everyone's book. Was I called? I was never called to anything. Any
They never called you to
Nobody
anything?
spoke. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, 3 months after, the whole story is almost forgotten. I got a call. The lawyer, I'm not going to say his name because he's not advertising here. He said, "You've been indicted." And I'm like, okay. And I went forward from there. Baruch
His
Hashem,
his last name starts with a V?
No.
Okay. Continue.
So they told you you're being indicted.
Yeah. Again.
Manny, how long were you locked up for?
Wait, I want to know the story. They said you're being indicted, so what happened?
Okay, we gave ourselves in. We scheduled with my lawyer.
Did they make you do the walk of shame where they say to come in and then they take pictures of you while you're getting arrested?
We gave ourselves in. It was the day was Beis Nissen, which is the day that the Rebbe spoke to Sicha. We have to say Yechi, Vashkacha Pratis. And I sat in a holding cell with like 5 other Bakrim for 3 hours, I think it was. They took us from the DA's office down the block on J Street to the courthouse, 30-second walk. The guy told me, he said, I'm going to put the handcuffs, protocol, you have to put handcuffs, we're going to put it in the front. If you want, put your jacket to cover it. There might be media over there. So, Lapel, there was media upstairs that they got a few pictures. There was a picture later on from a different time. New York Post put a picture of me in front of the court, in front of the judge.
So you went to downtown, what's it called, booking? Central booking or no?
No, I was in the DA's office.
Oh, so straight from the police station to the DA office.
You first went to 71st?
No. I gave myself.
You gave yourself in
We scheduled
downtown Brooklyn. Where's downtown Manhattan?
No, in downtown Brooklyn.
Downtown Brooklyn. You gave yourself in. They did all the paperwork.
Took a mugshot. I tried to make a Trump face.
But you had a glooming trial hanging over your head that maybe you're going to be go to trial.
Looming. That's right.
I don't know English. I went to a great yeshiva.
We both went to the same school. They're not advertising with us. We're not going to say their name.
We studied English, and we did a lot of dictionary work. But make a long story short, or a short story a little longer.
Yeah.
They did all the fingerprinting and all that Sachen. But Trump, they brought him down. They took fingerprints, mugshots.
People who don't do anything never get indicted, never bother anybody. Me and Trump, we got indicted. Speak about the police. You said about the police.
Could Trump pardon you and take away your misdemeanor conduct?
No, it's a state level.
The state?
Yeah.
Could he change?
It's not even a misdemeanor. There's no criminal. There's nothing criminal. The Frierdiker Rebbe was arrested as a child for what? For fighting with a policeman. The Rebbe said this over at a rally to children. Learn from the Frierdiker Rebbe. When he was a boy, there was a police bullying another Yid. A butcher, he took away his little sheep or his goat, whatever it was.
Yeah, the famous story.
Famous story. Frierdiker Rebbe fought with a policeman. Take us back to Corona. If you, I don't know what you hold on Corona, but I know what me and Moshe hold about the whole Corona and the whole thing.
I drink Corona sometimes.
Lockdown, schmackdowns. The simplest.
Hold on. You have a vaccine card?
No.
You came into the studio without being double boosted? They what?
Anyways, thank God.
That's a throwback.
I listened to my doctor. My doctor was Dr. Robert Feldman, alav shalom. Never told me to take the vaccine. He passed away in 2022, a good year and a half after the vaccine was out there, so he never told me to take the vaccine. So my doctor never told me to do it. I listened to my doctor.
He's a holy Jew, Dr. Feldman.
He can get a shout out, yeah?
Yeah,
not advertising.
I just want
to. He passed away. Yeah.
Just want to say that during my first journalistic career working for COL Live, I was trying to find a medical professional to talk about COVID, and everyone was afraid to say a word. Besides the great Dr. Robert Feldman, happily called me updates. We did videos because people told me they were so afraid. There was no one who was going. Remember the chaos?
Everybody was scared. The CDC, they could shut you down. Yeah.
Dr. Robert Feldman also gets a shout out. He was the Rebbe and Rebbetzon's personal doctor. And when Hatzalah started, he was the first doctors to go and give them full-on backing. The history's out there. Speak to Yingi Bistritsky, those who were in the founding stages of Hatzalah.
Yingi Bistritsky, I invited you to come on this podcast 10 times. You're playing hard to get. Guys, we want to bring on Yingi Bistritsky, the head of Hatzalah.
Doesn't stop. He's on the ambulance all day long.
Yeah, he doesn't have time. Tell him you have a heart attack here. He'll come over. Anyways, Robert Feldman was one of the founding fathers of giving it backing in its early stages.
The vaccine. He's
back to Corona time. Simplest Base Sheva is iconic in Crown Heights. Everybody knows dancing live music to 6 a.m. That year,
You saw me on stage this year?
Yeah.
I was the PR guy.
2020, we're going at Tufshin Pei Aleph. You had the people who were trying to stop the Simplest Base Sheva from happening. Oh, it doesn't need to happen. Blah blah blah. People are gonna die and get sick from Corona. For some reason, when you riot on the streets for Black Lives Matter, Corona doesn't catch you. But if you're dancing for Simplest Base Sheva, we'll catch you. They'll figure what that means.
Real, right?
Moshe, you have on your YouTube channel from that time. You asked me, what does Corona have with Pesach in common? Do you remember that video?
No. What'd you say?
I said it's the chumras of Pesach. Doesn't have to make sense. But everybody has their own shtick. This guy says sand 6 feet. This guy said sand 5 feet, 4.5 feet, 10 feet. Only if you got the vaccine. Mask indoors, mask outdoors. Everybody had their own shtick.
Mendel Mintz, Moshe Rabashkin.
Point is, let me get back there. Bachram went, fifed on the police. They made Simplest Base Sheva happen. The police tried to stop it. It got violent, and nobody said, "Hey, are you talking? We're fighting with the police." Everybody cheered him on. It's a kol kavod. We fifed on. We pushed through, and we triumphant. Moshe Rabashkin ran up to the stage, screamed Yachi 3 times, and Simplest Base Sheva was rolling. So and
the rest is history.
And a big reporter tweeted about it. Another guy, Trump. It was a triple tweet from Trump. If you remember at that time.
Trump tweeted Simchas Beis Sheva?
No, a reporter tweeted the video of the Bachram fighting with police. Another guy and then another top political strategist tweeted that, and Trump retweeted that. So 3 steps back, but he tweeted about it.
Do you think
he supported the Bachram? You're saying?
No, but I'm saying it made it big. It made waves.
You think if COVID happened again, they would shut down the schools like they did last time, or nobody's going to fall for that again?
By the way, I don't want to sound cynical, but we're way overdue for another Corona. We need
You're saying business was good.
Yeah, business was good. Nobody bothered you.
Mandy,
you don't have to run the chasanas every night. Yeah,
Mandy, you wear your chiyamika, right?
Yeah.
What does the chiyamika mean?
What does Yechi mean in general?
Yeah,
That's
what is
not
Yechim?
bad. I alluded to the Sikha before. We as Lubavitcher Chassidim,
Yeah.
we are admired, devoted, and dedicated to the Rebbe.
Yeah.
The last song that when the last year we saw the Rebbe, the song, the Rebbe was physically limited, and nevertheless the Rebbe pushed himself to come out in public, and the only connection Chassidim had for the last year was singing the Nigun Yechi. It's on video, it's documented, it was on live television at times. It's Yechi Adineinu Mereinu Rabbeinu Melech HaMashiach L'Olam Vad. The reason why you wear a yarmulke is to remind you that Hashem's on top of you. I wear a yarmulke to remind me not only that Rebbe is also above me, and it makes it more geschmack to wear a yarmulke when I'm shouting a message. Some people shout for Haftaler. Different people have different messages on the yarmulkes. For me, as a Yechi lover, the Rebbe lover, and I want to use this opportunity to give a message about the Rebbe, it makes it more wanting to wear a yarmulke.
What does Yechi mean?
Yechi, it says there's different explanations. When you crown the king, it says that's what you shouted Yechi.
So Yechi
the Rebbe
means...
says in the Sikha, it's edited Beis Nissen Tafshin Mem Ches.
The second or third time you said Beis Nissen.
Yeah,
what
that's
does it
the
mean?
day I was.
Hold on, Mehdi.
Yeah.
Yechi means what? The Rebbe should live, is living. What does it mean?
Whatever you want it to.
No, I want to know what you think it means.
It means everything. The Rebbe
Be
said,
specific.
The Rebbe wrote when they wrote up that Sikha.
Sounds like it's all PC here.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on, can we?
Yeah.
Let's just finish this
yeah,
Yechi thing.
Yeah.
What does Yechim? It means that the Rebbe is alive, or you want him to be alive. Please tell us what it means.
Whatever
For you.
For me,
Yeah.
it means the Rebbe should continue living.
That means
The
he
Rebbe
is alive.
is our Nasi. Everybody's agreeing in Lubavitch, at least. I don't know. I'm not talking to the Lubavitch crowd for a second. Everybody's agreeing that the Rebbe is still our Nasi. 30 years, Gimel Thomas didn't make a difference.
1,000%.
Okay.
So the Rebbe is, or we're proudly saying that the Rebbe is still our king.
Okay.
He is still Moshiach.
Okay.
And I'm very proud to announce that.
Not every Lubavitcher says that the Rebbe is Moshiach.
I can't help people who don't want to help themselves.
So Yechimi, I'm not that smart.
Yeah.
Yechimi means that the Rebbe is alive, or you want him to be alive. Tell me what that means exactly.
We're adding to his life because he's still alive. He's still alive.
He is still alive.
Yes.
So if he's still alive, do you visit the Rebbe's oil, the resting place in Queens? Yes or no?
They have good cookies there.
Do you go there? Yes or no, Mandy?
I went there yesterday.
Why?
Chabad.
Do you believe the Rebbe is there or not?
I don't know where the Rebbe is.
You're not
the
sure.
Rebbe said in the Sikha.
So you're not sure,
he's in
but you go to the oil.
The Frierdiker Rebbe, it's a place where the Rebbe davened, and the Rebbe, for Klal Yisrael, for the Frierdiker Rebbe, I went there Yud Shvat.
So you're not sure where the Rebbe is?
No. The Rebbe is not limited to there or here. Yesterday or Shabbos, a guy came over.
Is he in the oil? Yes or no?
A guy came over.
Answer the question.
A guy came over.
Is he at the oil?
Let me answer.
You can't. Is it yes or it's no?
Like CNN, they're pushing together.
No, I just want to know. I'm just trying to understand.
A guy. I'm going to answer with this, and we're going to change.
Just tell me yes or no.
Did you stop stealing? Yes or no? Did you stop murdering? Yes or no? Not everything's a yes or no answer.
You can't answer yes.
Not everything's a yes or no answer. A guy came over to me. Shabbos.
No, because I grew up.
Wait, he's saying something.
Our viewers and followers are all different types of walks of life. They try to understand what's Chabad, the Rebbe, Moshiach, alive, not alive. I'm trying to explain it to the masses. What you believe, obviously, there is a wide spectrum of different varying beliefs.
I'm not speaking for Lubavitch. I can speak for myself.
I spoke to Rabbi Mendel Handel last night. I said, do you go to the oil? He said, no. I said, did you ever? Yeah. So, what happened? Oh, I don't know. So, he couldn't give a straight answer.
Some Meshachisten don't go because it's Maris Ayin.
No. But he told me he used to go before Gilman Thomas, after Gilman Thomas, and then one day decided not to. So I'm just trying to understand what it all means.
Okay. Let me say this Shabbos, a guy came over.
But you can't answer yes or no. So you're not comfortable in your position.
No, it's not.
Although he's Mr. Brash and doesn't mind getting arrested, but when you ask him if the
no, because not everything's a yes or no answer.
You can't answer the question.
He said not everything's a yes or no answer.
Yes, I said, did you stop murdering?
He's saying,
did you stop murdering? Yes or no? You can't give me a yes or no answer. No, not everything's a yes or no.
Did I murder?
Did you stop murdering?
It's a double-edged question. There's no real answer. You can't. Not everything's a yes or no. He has a point.
So if
my point is, one second, a guy came over to me Shabbos.
I've been holding in for 10 minutes. This is a question. When the Rebbe was on the balcony after the Rebbe wasn't well with Chav Zayin Adar, after the stroke, after 92, whatever, March 92, they used to sing Yechi on the balcony to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe was encouraging it.
Most people, not all.
Some people, I'm saying whatever. Then it was regular. So I always wondered, did they say Yechi before the Rebbe wasn't well? Or did they not say Yechi? I had this argument with a guy, and he told me, of course they did. Another guy said never. So I did research. I remember I was like 14 years old. having this argument with Rabbi Waldman. He was a famous Lubavitcher guy. The Rebbe used to say Rashi Sichas. He was very involved in Rashi.
Yeah. He was your neighbor.
He was a few doors down. He said, and I remember having it. So a guy that I know who's
So he was against the
not a guy that was a historian. I asked him while we were having this argument over like a Shabbos, a Friday night Shabbos morning. I asked the guy, and he said, 1,000,000,000% the Rebbe, they did sing Yechi in front of the Rebbe before the stroke. So I had this argument with him. He said never. So then I borrowed a guy, asked a guy, and the guy told me the maskana is that there was one time. It was 2 times maybe on the same day. The Rebbe was coming in and out. The night the Rebbe gave out the Chav Ches Nissen Kuntris, you could check it up.
Yeah, the dates, whatever. But
officially, the next day, the Rebbe came out 40 or 50 minutes late to Shachris, and people are not going to want me to spread the story, but officially, the Rebbe told Rabbi Groner or Maskiris, whatever it was, that he doesn't want them to sing it anymore or whatever. It was like a one-time thing. He didn't stop. It happens to be that was the only time. Again, don't quote me. It's either once that night or twice that night. I looked up the video. I played the video.
So
the bottom line is, it didn't happen.
Point?
No, before Chav Zayin Adar, it was not allowed to be sung. Chav Zayin Adar, after the Rebbe wasn't well, then they used to bring the Rebbe on the balcony, and then the Rebbe didn't stop it. So if you speak to antis that are against Yechi and against screaming at the Rebbe's, whatever it is, they're going to be like, on the ballot in Sue Fishkuff in the book, The Rebbe's Army, and we were Moshiach now. She says that the Rebbe wasn't well, and he was happy that the Chassidim were getting together. And maybe some people she interviewed said that the Rebbe wanted that Moshiach should come and he should be Moshiach, and like he should encourage the Chassidim to beg by Hashem. But that it wasn't the Rebbe's like official approach that they should sing this song. He wasn't going to stop it. He was. I'm saying it wasn't something that was sung for 20 years before the Rebbe wasn't well. I'm saying
Clappy. Traditional Jewish Orthodox Judaism we don't find in the past thousands of years that people would say that someone's Mashiach after they pass away, correct?
Shlomo Majeski always has
Answer yes or no?
There are cases.
Where?
Okay.
When?
Can we?
It's not mainstream Orthodox
Who
Judaism.
decides what's mainstream?
No, just look in history and see, is it traditional mainstream Orthodox Judaism, yes or no? Tell me a time.
Every chassid throughout Judaism, they always believe that their Nasi was Mashiach and to redeem them and take them out of the goal.
Now, my ultimate opinion is, I personally, this past week, gave some money to some Tzvatim projects. I like them. I think they're great people. They're fun. They're interesting. High energy. They're big believers. They go 4 hours in Talucha. They're big. They put the Messiah stickers all over Manhattan. They are big believers.
Those stickers are out of control. Every sign in the whole Manhattan has to have that.
Ultimately, today, there's no one on the ground giving direct leadership of what the Chabad opinion approach is. There's no one officially. There's no
whatever. Before you go on,
hold on. There's however, I think everyone has
said something about the Rebbe.
Spiritual. 1 second.
I don't want it to go unanswered.
No, 1 second.
Yeah.
When it comes to spiritual journeys, everyone has their own journey. Shimon and Palatayra, and I personally, I can't say I care that much. Do the Meshchis to make Chabad look a little loony? 110%. But I don't judge people on their spiritual journeys. What do they say? You don't judge me by a virus. There's some lying.
Is there something? What could be the?
Don't judge me, but I don't judge you by your virus. Anyway, Mandy, back to you.
You want every year to say Yechi? What do you want?
I want Mashiach now. Okay. Back to what you were saying. Misperception. The Rebbe was against it. Chas v'shalom. The Rebbe did encourage it before he had a stroke. After he had a stroke, what difference does it make?
Before I told you it was one time he didn't stop it, and then it seemed to stop right away.
Meaning, Rabbi Leibel Shapiro.
Am I missing something?
No. First of all, the Rebbe did encourage it before he had a stroke, but it doesn't make a difference. The Rebbe is the same Rebbe. Rabbi Leibel Shapiro.
There's an answer from the Rebbe that to know who Mashiach is not a mitzvah, but obviously
I didn't interrupt you. Rabbi Leibel Shapiro is not known to be a massive Mashiachist. In Rav in Miami Beach, after the Rebbe had a stroke, in the summer of 1992, a hurricane season, there was meant to be a hurricane that was going to wipe out.
Hurricane Andrew.
There's a documentary on YouTube, I think it's called The Eye of the Storm. Check it out. On record. The Rebbe, the professionals, the authorities, and all the Dei Zuggers, Peter Chateva said the city of Miami is going to be wiped out.
Everybody all evacuate.
Evacuate right now. He called up the Rebbe's secretary, Rabbi Groner. Rabbi Groner said, let me go ask the Rebbe. This is after the Rebbe had the stroke. Not direct. This is through a masker asking the Rebbe after he had the stroke. And the Rebbe said, should we leave? The Rebbe shook his head, no. Should we stay? They doubled asked to make sure they're understanding what the Rebbe said, yeah. And you know what? He paskin, that's the Rav of the city, that everybody should listen to what Maskiris said of shame the Rebbe after they had a stroke and put themselves in harm's way to stay in Miami. And Baruch Hashem, it turned out that listening to the Rebbe was the right thing to do. As I said, check up on
Randy,
YouTube the story, The Eye of the Storm. If the
Gotcha.
Rebbe had a stroke, is it the same Rebbe? Yes. We
1,000%
listen to what
the
the Rebbe
same.
said.
No, what I'm
no
saying is
matter
that-
what, it doesn't make a difference. My point is, it doesn't make a difference
Post-stroke,
if he had
the
a
Rebbe was
stroke.
full aware. That's what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Mandy, can you tell us
So
about
it
the
doesn't
loudest?
make a difference.
Mandy.
The fact is that Rebbe encouraged the singing of Yechi, and this is what we're staying with. We're not smarter than the Rebbe.
Man, can you tell us about the
Yes.
loudest grogger in history this past term?
Let me go back to
Can
what
we talk about the loudest grogger ever in any shul?
before what you said about the Rebbe being Moshiach.
Yes,
You said we don't find the mainstream.
Yes.
We don't either find too much mainstream
correct.
Judaism saying about the Rebbe even while he was alive that he's Mashiach.
Correct.
It is a novelty of Chabad to go full out, and the reason why early 90s it started, Hasidim always believed it. The reason why we went rooftop shouting and it went all out, the Rebbe started speaking how Mashiach is actually coming, not only wishful thinking, but it's a prophecy.
The real thing.
It's really happening. If Mashiach is really happening,
What's
who
the
it is?
famous Joey
You can't
Newcomb
say that
song?
we're having a
What's
new,
the first
a-
What's the famous Joey Newcomb song? You don't have to be Chabad, right? How's it go?
something like that. I'm not familiar,
To
but
believe in Mashiach.
I'll give you an example.
Right?
You
Or
have
you
a new
have to be a
administration. You
yid,
can't say that
whatever.
we're having a new administration coming
Yes.
in the White House, but who's the president? I don't know yet. The new administration is starting tomorrow. Who it is, who cares?
Right.
The same thing with Mashiach. When it's wishful thinking, we don't know yet who Mashiach is.
You're
But
saying-
once the Rebbe said that it's actually happening
Yeah.
as a prophecy, then we actually know who it is. Marebet bay ve'emer zeh.
Hold
We
on,
can
hold
point
on,
and
hold
say
on.
we
Okay.
know who Mashiach is. What is so terrible? Why does it look bad? I said I met a guy who came more Lubavitch. He didn't grow up so Lubavitch, or the family was Lubavitch friendly. Didn't go to Lubavitch school as a kid, and the kids on the bus used to make fun. He told me kids on the bus used to make fun of him. Oh, you're Lubavitch, by association. Oh, you're Rebbe's Mashiach, making fun. So I told him, how did you feel? Like when I heard that from the other kids, I'm like, oh, that's great. We finally know who Mashiach is. So that's a good thing.
Mandy,
Yeah.
can you
Hold
tell
on,
us
we
about
have
the
to
loudest
let's say
grogger?
the
What?
corporate sponsor.
Oh, corporate. I'm sorry, we're so into
Okay, we got
the conversation. So heated. I forgot we wanted to put it earlier on. Anyway,
Oppa, we have schmaltz herring
Salt herring, wasabi herring,
Wasabi- from Berker
Oh,
Raskin himself. Let's look at it.
Wasabi herring, schmaltz
Jalapeno
herring,
matches.
matches, jalapeno herring,
Jalapeno.
Raskin kichel.
it's jalapeno with the
And
hay.
thinking about kichels with the with the herring, you can get kichels. You don't have to go to a bakery and a herring
No,
shop.
it's a special kichel. You can't
Make
get
a
this
bracha,
anywhere in the
make a
world.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, beirei minim ezenes. Wow. Roskin's Fish. Corporate sponsor. This is the best stuff. If you have a Kiddush Shabbos, go to Roskin's, get your fish. You'll really enjoy your Kiddush.
Man, you,
Take it to the next level. As
man,
they
do you
say.
remember Berka?
For sure.
What type of memories do you have?
I mean, I don't like.
What about
I can't stop-
CH Butcher? Buster
Take another
Vidal.
break.
Yeah,
I take another break in 20 minutes, please. One advertisement at a time.
No, we pack them in.
we pack him in CH Butcher. You power still?
Yeah, I am.
Kabakov family.
CH Butcher.
They have a beautiful restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we take him to the
We
restaurant?
will. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
He's no one better than Mandy.
Yeah, and they have
CH Butcher restaurant, and they have a gorgeous, gorgeous deli.
Butcher Shop
Butcher
on
shop
Albany
on
Avenue.
Albany, and they're soon going to be launching all their products on Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Make sure you get it on
Let me
Amazon.
check this
the
out.
deal.
I got it. No, let me go
Did I
first.
bun him section?
high protein, so it's good for your diet,
Yes.
Mendel.
Turkey, how do you even pronounce this? But it's good.
Beef
Who cares-
jerky.
Who cares what it's pronounced?
Beef jerky.
It tastes good.
Mendel, pull your mic a little closer. I don't want to lose you.
Wow. This is good stuff. I got my honest. I'm not getting paid for this day off.
Round the
You
corner.
guys are getting. I'm not getting paid.
One more corporate sponsor. Me and Moshe got to eat. We have families to
Hey,
feed.
give me back the bag. It's still good.
Hold on a second. The third corporate sponsor this week is Wheels to Lease. Beautiful, beautiful customer service. They could broker you used cars, new cars, and leases. I didn't check the rates in a couple of days, but the last few weeks they had a Honda Odyssey EXL, fully loaded leather seats, Baco Miko Curl, in the 400 and change. I don't want to be quoted to the penny. You call up my friend, you could ask for Izzy or Saul at Wheels to Lease. Top of the line service, beautiful dealership, and you'll get your beautiful Honda Odyssey. And they also have some beautiful all-wheel drives. You get stuck in the snow. This week we had a blizzard. Next week's going to be a blizzard. If you want those all-wheel drive cars flown, you call them up. From when you call them till the car's in your driveway, couple hours.
Mendel, can you tell us about the loudest grogger in history in 770? You tell us about that?
It's not mine, so I can't talk about it.
Oh, it's not yours. Can you tell about what happened? Not obviously, it's not yours, but
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't. Where do you hear McGill? You don't come to 770?
No, my own show.
Mendel, tell us what someone did. Obviously, it's not you, but
there's a guy who's a friend of mine who brought a blank gun.
For real?
Yeah.
For Hammond.
Hammond. Boom, boom, boom.
And he shoots blanks? And how loud is it?
Oh, it's loud.
People left. People were leaving 770.
Anybody lost their hearing?
I don't know why people. Anyway, I just wanted to hear about that.
Here, they'll arrest the guy for digging in the shoulder for a gun. Guns, it's okay.
No, it's blank.
Blank.
Mendel, are you single now? Are you single? If people want to, what's your deal? What's your current marriage status? People want to set you up.
I have a feeling he's single and ready to mingle.
Oh, yeah.
Yes or no, Mendel?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to let people know.
Baruch Hashem.
Ziv Tamir, the great watch guy, did videos for Ziv, the watch guy, a guy in Miami.
Yeah, I've never seen a check.
I thought you meant Zaki Tamir.
He's not paying.
No, not yet. Soon he will.
Zaki's brother?
But he's going to be a guest soon on our podcast.
For the right price. Yeah.
Yes. No price.
No,
celebrity
free,
like him.
Of course,
Celebrity.
for free.
Oh my gosh.
This is Zaki's brother?
Yeah. He's huge on social media. He's really, people think, I look at him, Halavai, he'll be as popular. But he first did watches. Oh, what watch you wear? How much money do you make? And now he promotes single people on video. This person is single and available just to promote as a video.
Like a shotgun.
Yeah, but he sells watches and he sells people.
He makes shidduchim?
Yeah. I don't know, but he promotes and he presents people. I just want to promote Mendel.
Maybe if he finds you a shidduch, you'll buy a watch from him or something,
But Moshe's the one making me a shout out. So we'll get some piece of art for the new house by Moshe.
Mendel, what's it like dating in the current environment in Chabad? Could you give us some insight for people? Advice, tips?
I'm not a big dater coach, but just be yourself. The man is the one taking the girl out, so don't look for their approval or sympathy. You have to just say, okay, this is where we're going. We're eating here. Sit down here. Come and go. Don't be rude.
Take the lead.
Don't be rude, but take the lead and be yourself.
Mendel, everybody knows you. You're a popular guy. You've been around. You worked in a lot of the organizations. I want to hear what life was like growing up in Crown Heights. Your father was one of the most popular people. He was the Gabbai in 770 for decades. Loud personality. For those of you that know or don't know, Chabad learns Rambam, and a lot of people in Chabad do 3 chapters of Rambam, like Daf Yomi, but 3 chapters.
They haven't said it for everybody. It's not exclusive for the Babish.
Everybody should do it. The most hardest track is 3 chapters a day.
11 and a half months to finish all 14 books.
You finish it. Yeah, you finish the whole Rambam in less than a year. So there's 83 siyumim. So his father, the famous Gabbai in 770, was the Gabbai in 770 for decades. He's not anymore a Gabbai, right?
No, not active.
He was for many decades the Gabbai in 770. He used to make these siyumim, and they were literally every couple of nights. Divide 340 days, 65 days.
It ends up being about twice a week.
Twice a week. He was making siyumim in 770 because that's what the Rebbe
does.
Still does. The Rebbe wanted it, and it was
wants it.
Wants
the Rebbe's current.
Correct. Wants it, and he was just very popular. He was always making every night. There was food and parties, and Charlie Buttons used to speak at all these siyumim. It was. So first of all, you grew up in a house with a very popular, father.
Yeah.
And you're one of how many children?
I'm one of 14.
One of 14 children. Family planning at its best. And what number are you?
I'm the 10th. I have 4 under me and 9 on top of me. I also, Friday night Shabbos meals in my house was always, my father would just grab people from 770 that didn't have where to eat, come over. People were coming and going. Baruch Hashem.
And you were born in what, 95?
I was born 1996.
1990. I'm off by, okay,
90. In Montreal. I was born in Montreal because my grandfather.
You were born in Montreal, but you grew up in Crown Heights your whole life. So you're a Canadian citizen?
I'm a dual. Canadian.
You're a duo? A dual.
Dual, whatever it's called. Dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship.
DUAL.
I swore in 2018. I took the oath. I believe Trump is signed on my certificate.
He was almost going to have to sign on your pardon.
100%.
So 1 second. So tell us about growing up in the late 90s in Crown Heights, one of 14 children.
So I don't remember.
This before your father bought the house?
My father bought the house right after, around I was 2-3 years old. Right after my upstairs, we moved Union Street. At that time, I think 99, 2000, my father bought the house, paid 230-something thousand. People told my father, you're paying over the market. Wait till it goes down. Thank God he didn't listen to them. 2-minute walk from 770.
Tell me what it's like to grow up in a family of 14 children. How do you get any attention?
That's how my personality was created. I
trying
have
to
to
figure-
make a lot of noise to get creative, to get attention. So Baruch Hashem.
Are you the most popular one in your family?
I don't know.
Clap, all I know is when he was a manager at the restaurant on Kingston Avenue, when he was at the little tiny place over there, people would just come to the restaurant just to hang out with him. Guys would sit there and buy like a can of soda. They just chew his ear off for hours. Yes or no, Mendel?
Some people want to say that.
It's obvious fact.
Yes.
How old are you? Oh, with 96, about 30 years
29.
old.
I'm 29.
Okay.
The first time I met Mendel was actually, he had a yearly selling of Hashanahs in the corner of Union and Kingston, right? That's like
Shining up by night.
Yeah, he had big personality. I was like, that's when the first time I really, can I say fell in love, or I know people get the wrong ideas. That's the first time I said, wow, this is my guy.
Yes.
He scream like loud. He has a very loud voice.
You have to grab attention for money.
Because all these American
To get- yeah.
New Yorkers would, God forbid, be caught selling anything on the street that doesn't look nice.
Or if you hire somebody, the guy is just getting paid on the hour. He has no personality. Just stands there.
Yeah.
If somebody walks over, okay, here's your shine.
That's the first time I got introduced
I
to
am
Mendel.
me and my brother, me and my younger brother. I must have been I don't know, 16. He was like 9 or something. We went down to Bar Park, picked up a couple of Shyness, and you buy them 100. I think a bucket 100. Sell them. We made a few dollars. Baruch Hashem, and went on for like 5-6 years.
Why'd you stop?
That was my first business adventure. And Moshe you were my biggest fan. at
You
that
remember?
point. Yeah.
Oh, he was
We go back a while.
Mendel.
So you don't sell shyness anymore?
It's too
What I'm trying to
tough.
figure out, you don't sell shyness anymore. You don't work in the deli anymore. You don't drive the yeshiva van anymore. What?
How do you even know about it? You're making like everybody's meant to know that.
No. What do you do now from 9 to 5?
I'm a freelance. I do different gigs. People hire me. Right now, I'm a little bit in sales, but wherever
This is your opportunity. Tell us about your sales experience.
people say I have a chush in selling people the Brooklyn Bridge. So if I'm coming to you and selling you, no, you were warned that I'm coming.
Halavai.
Yeah,
Mendel, what's your opinion about the hostages? How Israel dealt with the hostages?
Why'd you bring it up? Oh, because they got the last hostage 2
Yeah, they
days
just
ago.
exactly.
That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial now.
Okay.
Until now, there was nothing controversial.
No, but like this can be.
Misconstrued.
Yeah, I'm going to go back a second.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to anybody who sat in those tunnels in the Hamas hands, and I'm happy for anybody who made it home. But genukshan with those hostages, the hostages was a distraction from winning the war. The goal should have been no threat from Hamas in the future. Hamas, whatever you want to call them. Anybody who went screaming hostages, if we're looking for sympathy of the Goyim, the more we look for sympathy, the more vulnerable we become. The more vulnerable we become, the more the anti-Semites feel coming out in the open. There was never a time, I mean, at least in our lifetimes, I'm not talking about World War II time, but like that anti-Semitism felt so comfortable coming out in the open since after October 7th. And I believe it's because we play victim. We play victim. It should if you think about it, it should work the opposite. If we're the underdogs, people should sympathize with us. But the more we look for the Goyim's approval, sympathy, the more we became vulnerable, the more anti-Semitism felt comfortable, and it was a distraction from winning the war. The goal should have been Hamas should never be a threat again to Yidden, period, and the sentence.
You should know
Those
last
250
year.
hostages
You should know last year I
should
went.
have been written off goodbye. I'm sorry. For every one, should have not been a 1 foot soldier in Gaza, October 8, 9, 10, everything should have been wiped out from the air. For every one hostage, a ratio of 4 soldiers were killed, foot soldiers in the ground. And you don't put 9 million people living in Eretz Yisrael in risk of being kidnapped again. There's no reason, as sure as we're sitting here, Hamas is planning another October 7th and kidnapping more people. And there's no reason why they shouldn't do it. Taking hostages it helped them so much, and we don't put 9 million people in risk to save 250 people's lives. Now you're going to say the family members should scream 100%. If it's a loved one of yours, a son, a brother, a sister, go ahead and scream. That's the right thing to do. But look out and zoom out in the bigger picture. We should have never wore those yellow ribbons, never put up the kidnap signs. Listen, if someone's a racist and they don't like Schwarzes, they're not going to say the N-word to Schwarz in the face because they know they're going to get socked in the face. Imagine every person that says free Palestine or any anti-Semitic line will know that there's a consequence as much as saying the N-word. That's if we would have been tough, halavai, that should have been the attitude. They find these politicians at 30, 40, 50 years ago when they were a kid, they said the N-word, and boom, he can't be a witness, and he has to go on all four and apologize. Imagine they find the guy 40, 50 years ago, he said free Palestine, and now he has to go on all four and beg us for forgiveness. We have to put out an attitude like that of being tough. Stop playing victim. Stop talking about these hostages. They were a distraction from winning the war. I'm sorry.
Somebody told me they should have got rid of the hostage square on day one. The government should have cracked down and just threw them all and got them all down. It was a big distraction, right?
Absolutely.
Now Gaza's full of Hamas. They're full swing. And yesterday, Trump thanked Hamas for helping them find the last hostage.
By the way,
how ridiculous is that?
On Trump's behalf, Trump is not looking to be more pro-Israel, more Jewish than the Jews and the Israelis themselves. If Netanyahu is going to say that our priority, and Jews are going to shout that our priority is hostages and nothing else, okay, here's your hostages, take them home. I'm not expecting Trump to be more pro-Israel than us ourselves.
I think it's a very tough decision. I'm not a military person. I'm not a halacha person to tell you what the official halacha you're allowed to give up all these people to get a few hostages. But I don't know the numbers. But
they're letting out terrorists that are no remorse. They say, I'm looking to kill more Jews as soon as I get out. And you're letting them out.
Yeah.
You're letting them out. And not only that, mail a live person, a dead body, just to get a body back for Kfuras Yisrael. All of a sudden, everybody says, for Frumt, and we care for Kfuras Yisrael. At least this is one thing that's going to unify everybody. The left on the Tel Aviv, they're happy they got him out. The right, all the way to Meir Sharon, they're happy to do Kfuras Yisrael. And the Goyim obviously like to see dead bodies from Yidden. But come on.
Randy, what's your opinion about the past mayoral elections?
One second. You probably think that Cuomo would have been a much better mayor than Mamdani.
Cuomo is bad news. I'm sorry. The morning of elections, Moshe, I saw you in 770.
Yeah.
This is true. I made a statement, and you didn't have the guts to put it out.
I just didn't think it would be helpful. That's it.
Okay, what I said then, and I was proven right. I'm not looking to be proven right. I'm not a Navi, but I just see the way things are on the ground. Mamdani won with over 50%. There was no point of voting for Cuomo. Cuomo's a monster, a Corona guy. All these people that were telling us we have to mask ourselves and sit 6 feet away and don't talk to your cousins and your neighbors. They knew that the corona was a hoax, and they went around.
Whoa, hoax!
They went around partying.
Millions of people died. What hoax?
They died because
the hospitals were full of morgues. People didn't die because of COVID.
They died in neglect in the hospitals. How many people said we didn't have what to eat? We didn't have what to drink. The family wasn't allowed to visit. The nurses were told, you go into that guy's room to take care of him. You're going to probably catch corona and die yourself.
I had COVID. I was coughing. I was sick. I was
okay.
Everybody got.
I sat in bed for 2 weeks.
But a lot of people died from COVID. It was a respiratory disease. People died from it. It wasn't a hoax. I mean,
and how many people got messed up from being locked in their house for 2 months? For 2 years, I have an uncle who was sharp like a whip before Corona in his 80s. Corona came. They said, "Oh, don't leave your house." For 2 years, he's locked in his house. He came out half blind, didn't remember anyone.
Maybe it has with his age.
What? No, if he would have, you do that to somebody old. You playing a number on him. There was no point of locking people up, and people were just panicking and being scared. The time you had Levias every day. I can't talk about the whole world. I talk about my experience living in Crown Heights. They had Purim, everybody ran around. Corona was spread. By then, everything was spread. Everybody had it already. Then, all of a sudden, people got sick. Hatzalah came every day.
Pesach, a lot of people died.
Non-stop Hatzalah calls. The time people were dying, 3, 4, 5 Levias every day, the Hatzalah calls already went down. I spoke to somebody working at Hatzalah. He said, the 8-pack of Hatzalah emergencies are not as much. We turned the tide already by then. But people started freaking out when they saw Levias. At that point, people got sick. The people who, 90% of the people, it was having a severe fever, but wasn't the end of the world. There were certain people that needed Hatzalah respiratories hospitals, and there were people who died. The time that people were going to respiratories and Hatzalah, your average guy who had a fever was getting better. The time people were dying, the people with the respiratories and Hatzalah, the 8-pack of Hatzalah was over already. So people were just reacting to seeing 5 Levias every day and locking themselves up, but there was no point. By then already everything was spread.
Allegedly, I spoke to a medical guy at the time. He said anyone that was brought to Yale New Haven Hospital, they all survived. I think ultimately what we saw is
I don't know what. Tell me about this Yale New Haven. I don't know.
no. I just heard. Let me say if the hospital got it right by mistake, apparently, or knew very well, they're Yale smart people. They were survived. They survived no problem.
And other hospitals that you would die because they just didn't care about you.
I don't know all the details, but one thing I learned from the whole experience: no one knows anything in this world. When a new medical Chinese-inspired
Nobody knows if it's dead animals or made in a lab.
breaks out, you just realize how little everyone knows and how crazy how everyone just follows the sheep. They follow like sheep, and no one knows. And everyone's just covering themselves. They don't want to be sued. They don't want to do this. They don't want to say, "Oh, I should have this, should have that."
Here's my problem.
And
I don't care if you want to be
if
you want to be panicky and stay locked in your house, so be it. But why are you telling me that I got to be locked up?
Right.
Don't stop bullying other people what to do.
Right. And I asked people at the time. Apparently, only the old people and the people who are at risk are having issues. The young people are fine.
Let them stay at
Let
home.
the young
Let
kids
everybody
run
else go
out.
on with their life.
And I was
That's
involved.
exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
I was involved with the legend Heshi Tischler breaking open
Oh,
locks.
I brought him to Crown Heights to open up the park in Lefferts Park. He came with the lock cutter.
Yes, but he first came to
To
St.
Lincoln,
John's.
St. John's.
St.
Yeah.
John's.
And
the
then
gr-
I called him and I said, "Come to Lefferts." He
I
said,
want
"I'll
to
be
shout
right
out
over."
to Rabbi Prager, the younger one, the Shmira Shomer guy. I forgot what are the two.
He's Shmira, and he's
Yankees' son?
He's the
Yankees' son,
He's the
yeah, contractor. He brought
By the
his-
way, he did great contractor.
Great guy,
I
but
gave
he
him a
brought
few-
this-
he did
You're
a few
giving him a
jobs.
shout out. He's paying you.
No. He can't. The jobs he does for me are so well priced that he deserves a shout.
But
he
he
is
gets
a friend
a
of mine.
locksnipper.
Wait, 1 second. He's a friend of mine in Kol Kavod, but he's paying you for the shout out.
Zero.
I thought you're very strict.
No, because he gives me good deals always.
No, but my thing more, he was the hero at the time. Everyone was so afraid to do anything. He came with the lock snipper. He didn't want to break the lock. That we needed a Heshi Tischler to really be the Nachshon.
The Crown Heights politicians were all scared.
So everyone's, but he brought this lock snipper, and I have Hakar stuff out to him is that the Heshi Tischler, and people are locked up in their apartment building. They couldn't.
The police
They didn't
were
let them go.
The police were so shocked when Heshi opened up Lefferts Park. The first few minutes they were telling people to leave, and then like 1 million people came with carriages, and somebody told the cops, "You're wasting your time. Go home."
And the great part is the cops were afraid to catch corona from the infested Jews. So they don't want to touch them. They don't want to arrest them.
Speaking about anti-Semitism, for some reason, other neighborhoods in New York
Borough
City,
Park and Flatbush were red zones.
Other neighborhoods in New York City. Back to Andrew Cuomo. Why I don't like Andrew Cuomo? He's no good. He's bad news. To say he's better than Mandami, I'll give you that. But the fact was that it was a 3-person race. Yes, Sliwa was 7%, and he lost big. The fact was, what could have, should have, maybe it should have been a 2-person race, and we would have been playing with the different decks of cards. But it was not a different deck of cards. The deck of cards we had was that it was a 3-person race, and Cuomo didn't have a chance to win. So there's no reason why we should show Cuomo that we're pro him after what he did by Corona, when he's anyways bound to lose.
It's just a little scary to have a New York City mayor in New York, also known as Jew York, who's openly anti-Israel. It's very scary.
I'm not
it's
promoting
crazy time.
Mandami, but I said there was no point in voting for the monster Corona monster, vaccine pusher, killer Andrew Cuomo when he doesn't have a chance anyways. Why should I hold my nose and vote for an anti-Semite like Andrew Cuomo when he doesn't have a chance anyways?
But
It could, if it was a 2, if, could have, should have, but it wasn't. And that was my statement I made the morning of the elections, and you didn't have the guts to put it out.
Whoa,
Moshe, is that true or not?
Moshe!
It's not guts. I just didn't think it would be helpful.
Helpful for what? Why should we show Andrew Cuomo that we have
'Cause I
short-term
still-
memory? I think
still
those who took the
feel-
vaccines are maybe suffering with short-term memories. They don't know what Andrew Cuomo's up to. I didn't take the vaccine. I don't have memory loss. I know who this Andrew Cuomo is. We know what we're dealing with.
I think he was too happy to be on camera every day. Andrew Cuomo. No one ever knew the governor's name. You know, suddenly he's sitting there on the stage with his little daughter on the side, like promoting his. It felt so off. We're locked in our house. He was sitting there in the camera, enjoying every second. He would talk slowly because he wanted to get the camera.
He talks very slow.
Very slow. It was just.
He likes the sound of his voice.
It really irked me, and he was so out of touch with the people. That part really.
By the way,
me.
and you see, even during this election cycle, he didn't campaign or nothing. No. When he thought he had it in, he sat at home twirling his thumbs. He thought he doesn't have to go. His whole attitude is that I don't have to go down to the Amcha, to the people. I'm elite. I'm Heiche Fensters. And that's what gave us Mandami. His arrogance,
out
of touch, and not campaigning during primary season is what gave us Mandami. Okay?
Mendel, don't you?
And the people told him, "N.O. bug off of our city." He ran fair and square in the primaries. Andrew Cuomo was told, no, we don't want to see your ugly face. And he should have go home, cry into his pillow, goodbye. Nobody asked him to stay in the race.
So the lesson, my takeaway is you need to know your lane. Your ego can take you over. And you got to have your ego checked and just know what's going on. Right, Clap? A little interesting business story. Now that Clappy's a self-employed man, we're sitting in a certain cafe, one of our clients, marketing clients.
So if he's a client, say his name.
Whatever, just
Who
go
cares? And some homeless-ish lady was there. And
What do you mean homeless-ish? Does she have a home or not?
She could pass, whatever. And
She may have a home, but in personality, she's a home.
She does. She looks homeless. I love nothing wrong with homeless people.
One of my best friends is homeless.
No, I have a lot. I personally have a lot of homeless friends.
Yeah.
I like interesting people, and people who are homeless are more likely to be interesting than people who have homes. It's just, it's just a character.
We're going to have homes. My mommy's giving us all beautiful homes.
Free rent.
But the bottom line
free
is
rent, free Palestine, free trains, free Gaza, free buses. The only thing that went up is the trains, $3.
He talks about a lot of freezes. I don't know. It's really cold outside.
But we end up doing a very good business deal with this lady.
Yeah.
My point is, be open, be relatable, be boots on the ground, talk to people, interact with people, opportunities there. Clappy, on a side main note, what's it like being, 2 months in, self-employed?
I left my job after 14 years.
14 years, 9 to 5.
December 12th. So
you have the day marked, like your anniversary. Every year you're going to throw a party.
I counted down like it was like.
Clap, what do you think was going to be and what it actually is?
So it's funny. A few
days.
Did
it take guts to do it? It
takes a lot of guts. I have a family to support and to feed. A couple of days after I left my 9 to 5, after 14 years, I went to an engagement party. And one of my big fans in Connecticut.
Everybody's your big fan.
Okay. One of my big fans in Connecticut. Her and her husband were like, oh, Izzy, we heard you left your 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. And she told me, I want to tell you something. I also left a corporate job, 9 to 5, and I went into my own business. She says, you left your 9 to 5 for a 24/7. So it's true. I don't have to wake up in the morning and catch the train and make a transfer and get the C and the 3 and the this and run to my desk and punch into a clock and answer calls and emails and all that.
And answer to a balabas.
Yeah, we go to the gym every day, Moshe and I. We meet with clients. We do marketing promotions. We do events, whatever I do on my art and Judaica and stuff. But you got to bring home the bacon.
Is it easier or harder?
It's again, I've been working side hustles for years, so I knew I had the opportunity to jump on the bandwagon and work for myself. But it's very different. I also found out that there's only 24 hours in a day. That means you have all the time in the world, but you also have to be motivated and you have to be structured. You have to get it done. It used to be when I had a 9 to 5, so I knew that 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 10 to 7, anything I had to do, I had to clock up at the fill in my calendar every week that I need to meet this client Monday at 2 o'clock and have 40 minutes or leave work and get off the train and go to Flatbush. But whatever it was, I knew exactly. Now, technically, I don't have to be at a job, so I have lots of time.
You have the freedom.
But you have to make it, you have to actually, it's a learning experience. I think in a year from now, I'll be able to.
Is it scary?
No, I'm adjusting to it.
By the way, you said that you were quoting her and you said, Izzy, look, you did this and this. I think anybody who calls you Izzy, you know that they were with you. They were promoting you before you were famous. That's like the first and the second, Izzy or Clappy. Anybody with
Clappy,
the Izzy name.
Tell us about your upcoming comedy show, your first debut in Manhattan.
So I just want to make something very clear. I never in my life agreed or asked to be on a comedy circuit. Is that what it's called?
Comedy show.
Oh, you're doing stand-up?
Yeah.
Live stand-up?
No, Moshe, my buddy, my partner in some of my endeavors, without my knowledge, signed me up to be the opener for 10 minutes at a comedy event coming up in the Lower East Side of Manhattan on the 21st.
Just say Manhattan. Don't say Lower East Side. Manhattan, you're a Manhattan
my
show.
My family is a Lower East Side family.
Oh, so it's coming
That's
back.
our entire heritage.
Full circle.
Allen and Broom. My mother's...
Your mother was on the show. She's
of course, my grandfather I'm named after grew up in the tenements. They owned a big store there on Allen and Broom.
So buy tickets.
Buy tickets.
Only with our link.
Whatever.
Because these guys running the show.
If you come, you have to laugh. I'm only doing 10 minutes. You have to laugh because if not,
when is it? When?
If not, I'm going to be frightened.
Please give us details. Well, I don't know nothing. Tell me details.
Mendel, you're going to come and laugh?
100%.
Mandy, you're going to buy a ticket. You're going to ask us, give me a free ticket.
It's all about who you know.
Mandy,
it's all about who you know.
Are you going to buy a ticket?
I'm coming on the show. You're not paying for me. You didn't even pay for my subway ride. I am coming for free. Where, what, where, when, and how. Give us
No,
I'm not going to talk about your. I'm not going to talk about your ride here, but doors open.
Mamdani said the subway's free.
This guy has doors opening for him in the weirdest places.
But we're going to link below.
Where and when is the show?
Hold on. These show producers taking a huge risk with Clappy. They don't know he never did a debut in his life. So please click below in the comments. I'm sorry, in the profile, there'll be a link directly to buy tickets from Clappy Show. You could say you were the first ones. You know, you could guilt him for the rest of his life that he has to perform at your next 20 events since you bought a ticket at this show.
For $38.
For $38.
When is it? When?
You can guilt him for the rest of your life. But me.
But there's going to be some real comedians there.
And there's some other, he's opening for other two comedians, comics.
The real one. Them you'll probably
it's not only you. It's not only
I'm the opener for a few minutes.
Act.
When is it?
It's in a few. I don't know the exact.
I think it was February 21st.
21st.
It's gonna be February 21st.
Friedish Adar.
We're gonna put the link on the
Friedish Adar.
Yeah.
Time for Simcha.
Okay.
Simcha.
Yeah.
Well, the hostages are out.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Anyway, subscribe,
comment, like, smash the like button.
Are you gonna be better than my friend Eitan Kamwitz? He's great. He does stand up.
He's great.
And by the way, Eitan, I got a lot of slack for this, but I brought Eitan Kamwitz onto mainstream media to be the unofficial spokesperson for the tunnelers, diggers. The guy told me, you need to go to ask Mechila from the Rebbe in the oil for even giving them a voice. What am I saying? So Eitan did an amazing job. Check him out.
I'm a big fan.
By the way,
we should bring it maybe.
Speaking about asking Mechila of the oil, I met a guy in Williamsburg a year ago.
The cement guy?
Yeah.
It's a true story?
It's a true story. I met the guy. He said he has a construction business. He was called emergency. 770 couldn't reopen until they had the permits, and they filled it up with cement. And then people told him afterwards, listen, the Rebbe wants the show to be expanded. You're doing something which is stopping the expansion. He went afterwards to the oil to ask the Rebbe Mechila for stuffing up.
And he donated all the money to the tribe.
I don't know what he did with the money, but he definitely asked Mechila.
I personally
the real story.
I personally wear a shovel the past two Purims.
Perm?
Yeah, like the yellow
shovel.
The whole year you should wear a shovel.
I don't want to be thrown out of my house, so I'm going to pick
your battles.
Your wife is anti-tunnel?
She's, she wants to follow the,
establishment?
Whatever. She's a good, normal, wonderful, amazing person. And
normal.
Hashem.
Normal people are boring.
She's way more normal than me, I promise.
By the way, people that want to see our daily content, me and Moshe collab on a lot of videos. You can follow me on Instagram on The Clappy and Moshe on X Everyday People. We're putting out content. People say, Izzy, I can't survive Clappy. I can't survive a week waiting for a podcast to be launched. We pretty much have content every day for our followers. On Instagram, Clappy or X Everyday People.
And Mendel, you put out Instagram channel? Not yet.
If people take of me, I don't have, but if people
do you think you should?
It's not for me.
Why not? You have a dumb phone or a smartphone?
Huh?
Dumb phone or smartphone?
No, I have a smartphone, but it's not for me. I'm not going to.
Whoever thinks Mendel should have his own channel, please comment below.
People have taken videos of me in the past and
taken. They brought in his court case, right, Mendel?
That was from you.
Yeah. Tell us the story. End off.
Moshe asked me in 770 when he heard the conditions of the deal. She's like, when 3 years happen, are you going to break the wall again or something like that? You asked me. And I said 100%. We're going to go full out on the expansion. They brought it up in front of the judge that I want to continue breaking 770 3 years later.
The prosecutor
brought it up, yeah.
Oh, by the way, now that you're completely exonerated and it's all over.
Not after.
No. Now I see you go to all the police events, all the mayor, governor events. You go over to take selfies. The guys that were prosecuted, you go to them, you take selfies with them. You're having a lot of fun over there.
Mainly, I built a relationship with many people in the DA's office.
Didn't you put a shovel on one?
I gave the DA, the Brooklyn DA, Eric Gonzalez.
You gave him a shovel.
I gave him a shovel pin, and he saw me at some event. He says, "Hey, where's your shovel pin?" I said, "I forgot to bring it," but he remembered.
I have a feeling he's going to be digging the tunnels one day.
Amanda, what's your
parting message?
No. What do you think should be done with 770 in terms of leadership, expansion, etc.? If you controlled 770 legally, what would you tell them to do?
Well, they own the property still, Union Street. Build the show, make it. There's no reason.
They're building a permanent tent now in the back.
Other Hasidus, they have these huge, massive shows. Lubavitch were claiming to be all over, and every Chabad house And Yosel Machkin, one of the famous video of him screaming, "Yeah, the 20 30-jährige Schnock is building buildings for $10 million. And we have Chabad. We can't. Our own headquarters has to look like a dump built last time in 1974."
So who should take the lead, Mendel? Who's your opinion? Who do you think is the best leader to renovate and expand 777?
Lipa Lieberman.
Whoever is willing to get the
Lipa has
job done.
$100 million.
Lipa's trying. Whoever
Does he
gets the
does
job.
he have $100 million in an escrow account?
Kudos whoever gets the
Does
job
he have
done.
it?
He says he has.
Mendel, who do you think-
Whoever can get it done.
Who do you
should be
think can get it
Moshiach.
done, Mendel?
Whoever's
Who do you
willing
think?
to take the reins.
If you,
I can legally not do anything, at least till my plea deal is done. Whoever's willing to take the reins to actually get it done with permits and everything, kudos to them. Can do whatever I try to help, but it's
you don't want to
happen.
pick a person to take the lead.
Whoever is willing to do it, because
Got you.
so
No
far
problem.
the Rebbe came personally. Talking about digging, the Rebbe personally picked up a shovel for the expansion of 770,
87. Yud Zayin Elul.
Tavshememcha 88. There's
Mem Zayin.
pictures,
Mem
videos.
Mem-
Where are those
oh, yeah,
shovels?
88,
Clappy, where are
88,
those
88.
shovels? They
I'll
sold?
sell those shovels.
No, Yosel Gutnick has that original shovel that the Rebbe used.
does?
He has it in his house because he was.
Oh, Yud Zayin Elul, Tavshim Memches. David Chase was there. He invited the Rebbe. The Rebbe says the year of Avevos.
Yeah. And Yosel Gutnick, because he paid for the couple of toilets in the basement, so they gave him the shovel. He has it in his house.
Oh, easy. We like Yosel Gutnick here.
36 years ago, they picked up a shovel to expand 770. Nobody managed to get it done, the job properly, fully done. Anybody who can get it done, kudos to them. I don't care who.
All right, Chavre.
Why are we stopping when there's nothing more to talk
What
about?
else to talk about?
Talk about anything under the sun.
Like what?
Because I can't talk about my divorce, so you're not going to talk about anything else.